Specifically, somebody today in a tweet had questioned my bias, and I do have a bias, and I have a bias against people who dishonestly attack other people, and I have a bias against not only the dishonest attacks, but against people who violate privacy in an attempt to trash someone. There are people who are among his close friends who have tried to talk to him, including as late as last night, where they thought they reached some sort of understanding, and then Thunder went immediately on the attack and admitted to having released private information that he shouldn't have had access to. Thunder's response to objections to harassment is to harass them. Well, I don't have time to waste on people who are so desperately in denial after going off the deep end that even when they ask for an explanation, they do not consider the explanation. The guy has gone off the deep end. If, by the way, you're one of those people and you're like, oh, no, this is an infringement on free speech, you're an idiot. Your free speech rights apply in public. They don't apply in private. We're setting up harassment policies for things like conventions and gatherings. It's exactly the same as saying what kind of actions I'm going to tolerate in my own house. Nobody's saying you can't be an asshole. You can continue to be as much of an asshole you want. You just don't get to do it in our house. That's the point. And that's the point with harassment. And when Thunder dishonestly misrepresents what people have said, which he's done, and I've called him on it, unfortunately he won't respond to that other than to say it was too long and he didn't read it. And now he's releasing people's private emails. Something that I find incredibly ironic, considering the whole kerfluffle that he's mentioned about doc drop. Thunderfoot's front, I understand that there are fans of his that came on my Facebook page this morning saying, go Thunderfoot. Congratulations. You are backing somebody blindly. Intentionally blindly. Because the information is already out there as to what he's said and done. But you're allowing your preconceptions and your love of the guy for beating up on creationists to blind you to what's actually going on, which is this. An individual took steps to gain access to people's private emails and then released them to people who, like him, had no right to view them. This is a sort of threat that you just can't ignore. This is the sort of action that should not go unnoticed and should not go unpunished. He made a comment today, well, I'm not the one acting like Scientologists. Yes, in fact, you are. Scientologists go after the people who have rejected them, and they've been accused of doing so, of violating the law and violating privacy in order to launch their attacks on the people who reject them. That's exactly what Thunderfoot has done.